My brother, Mr. Labo, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your submission. I'm not sure the people will take Asari Dokubo serious, so don't worry about that. Thank you. I appreciate you for your submission. Guys, help us to press on the like, help us to share. God bless you all. Mother Rita, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, ma. Please talk to us.
Mr. Elvis. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sweet mommy D. I love you, mama. Greetings to everyone. Queen Salabo, good afternoon, sir. Mr. Odua and Mr. Stay Humble, good afternoon. And greetings to everybody in the comment section. Mr. Black Panther, happy birthday. Black Panther, you have to send me my cake so we can celebrate. You know how we do it in North America. Happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy yourself. And I pray that God will continue to give you good health and wisdom as well, and peace and joy in your life. In the mighty name of Yeshua. And those who are celebrating their birthdays too, maybe they're quiet about it, just like I'm very quiet on birthdays. A happy birthday to you. And I want to say something special about Father's Day. Today is Father's Day, and oh yes, Black Panther, you got the double whammy. Father's Day and your birthday. That's great.
Now,
To all
now double crown, I ain't your ghetto, double crown.
to all the responsible great men out there, to all the responsible great men out there. I'm just going to mention the ones that are on the panel now, and maybe the ones that usually are here, like Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Elvis, you yourself, our Dream Nation, Mr. Stay Humble, Mr. Odua, Dr. CM, and Oriyomi Abdul. Sorry, I didn't call any other guys, but I know there's a lot of you. That was the first name that just came to my front on my screen, so that's why I mentioned his name before some people start to crucify me. I'm just gonna say that I'm believing all of you are responsible men, and you are appreciated. God bless the responsible fathers out there, including all the names that I mentioned and the ones that I didn't remember to mention. God bless you. And also, God bless the men who are playing the role of a father where there is no father. God bless you. God bless you. And if you don't see anyone that tells you you're doing a good job, it's okay. Pat yourself on the shoulder and say, I am proud of myself that I'm a good father. I'm a representation of what a father is. God bless you and happy Father's Day. Going back to the scheme of things now. Where should I even start from? I don't even know. This is for today. Mr. Avis, you're going to address yesterday's issue, but that's fine. But I'm just going to talk about today because we're moving forward. But I'm not going to let that slide. What happened yesterday? In terms of Asari Dokubo, you just mentioned his name, so I'll just go there. Asari Dokubo said something. Even if, our Dream Nation, you say, should ignore your uncle or whatever, fine. I mean, because, you already told us that he's just talking, just like he has always been talking before. He's your uncle, but he's an overfed orangutan. There's somebody that mentioned something there. I saw it and I've forgotten the person, something OG. He said Humpty Dumpty will have a great fall in Edo State. That was so funny. OG Simeon. It's so funny. There's something he mentioned. He said the Ijaw people were there in Gelegele from the 1500s. Asari Dokubo, let me reflect your memory if you suddenly have amnesia. Gelegele, for one, it's a Benin word, and Gelegele Seaport, in fact, that entire area was established by Oba Eware the Great. That's Oba Eware the First. And Oba Eware, I actually had to Google where he reigned from 1440 to 1473. And then Asari Dokubo now is saying they've been there from the 1500s. Hello? Like, before you just come out and start talking, so that you will not sound stupid, or you not give people to call you 70 years old man. And you all know what that means. Do your research. You want to support your tribe, it's okay. Do it respectfully. If you want to make negotiation or make an appeal, do it properly. Well, this is not 1843, where you can come and be talking about Zebu in Bao or like Asawana. Who does that? Well, that's nonsense. it's lack of education that make people even listen to people like this overfed orangutan. I really don't listen to him, and I don't take him seriously sometimes. I don't take it, but because he said it, I just need to give a little bit of history for those who don't really understand, because a lot of people don't really understand like what's going on. And another thing too, I was having this discussion with somebody, I'm a very older person, and I said, if you look at the scheme of things about how the states were created, I think it just like divided between Ondo State, Edo State, where they settled, Ondo State, Edo State, and Delta. That's those regions where they stayed. When Babangida was creating more states, Edo, Delta, Ondo, and all that, another. The likes of Clark was alive as at that time. I don't know, with the likes of there's a lot of great Ijaw men that maybe they were perhaps alive as at that time. You see that they were not fighting for their own state, or okay, just gave you Bielsa. What about the ones on the river banks of all these states? This is where we are coming from. So now I am going to advise Asari Dokubo and every Ijaw person who are feeling that they are being marginalized, specifically in Edo State. The person you should be blaming right now is Ibrahim Badamosi Babangida. He's in Niger State there. He's not going anywhere. He's still alive. You people should vent your anger to him. Okay? I'm just going to leave it there. Moving along to the insecurity issue. We have two people that is recognized in Nigeria today. One of them said, when he was asked about insecurity, he said, and I quote, "I have nothing to do with insecurity in the north because I don't want to be killed." According to Hajia Hanatu, when she was asking him prior to the 2023 general elections, like, what do you have for the north in terms of insecurity? That's what he told her. She reiterated it again on national TV. On the other hand, we have Peter Obi. Peter Obi just stated, wasn't that last week they had an interview? "I'm ready to die for Nigeria." It's not rocket science. It's black and white. One is prepared to sacrifice his life, his business, his money, his himself for the nation, for over 200 million people. The other one is saying, "I don't want that. I want feel enjoy. I want to enjoy. I'm not ready to die for you." It's not rocket science. So that's why we're experiencing what we're experiencing. It's easy. In fact, I think that is even a campaign point. One is saying, "I'm ready to die for Nigeria." The other one is saying, "I don't want to die, so I'm not going to interfere." So for as long as he cares, you guys can go to blazes. They can take you guys off, buy all of you. I don't care. As long as himself and his family is safe and secured. So we are at the mercy of ourselves. That's what it means. As for Sunday Igboho, Madam Emmy was saying something. I was just laughing because when they were showing him saying, speaking, I think I could pick some words he was saying. I give you guys 2 hours, or it was 2 days, you said, to produce this woman. I'm like, what's all this acting? What's all this acting for? To show that, Sunday Igboho is still relevant, because we have been calling Are Ona Kankafo, we have been calling Sunday Igboho, we have been calling the Oni of Ife, we have been calling Olubadan, we have been calling, who is the other one again? Alafi of Oyo. We have been calling them since this issue of, those kids being taken away and the attack in Yoruba land, in Kwara State, and we have been calling their name. So perhaps it's compared to come out to seem as if he's doing something. That's why it's like, what's all this acting for? You're just coming to VDM came and look at what happened. So Igboho now come now, and he's coming to speak with some Fulani community, and so that he's doing something. When I just saw the hailing, I'm like, hey God, I just feel that we are still in 1945. I didn't know. When I just saw that scene, I just remembered, I say about women's riot. When I was watching what's his Fela's mother's name, Fumilayo Ransome Kuti. I'm watching the movie and I see how people got. It was just the same scene. It's like, have we not even grown at all? You are waiting for Sunday Igboho to tell you how to secure your land. You are waiting for VDM to come and tell you who to vote for. Sunday Igboho will come and tell you who to vote for. So he's coming around again to make himself relevant, because the man from Bodnon has told him, please go and show your presence anyhow you can. Meanwhile, they are little toddlers, not even children, babies. Some of them are still clinging onto their mother's bosom. They're in the bush. A teacher was taking that man could be somebody's father. His head was decapitated. And they're still playing politics. Well, we have just said, thank you for playing Nnamdi Kanu's thing. I love to gloat when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu now. I don't care how anybody feels, because this man told you all. He told everybody. He broke it down. The manner in which he broke it down, perhaps he's the kind of person, like when I'm trying to tell you people something, you're not getting it. So he's so angry. So the way he presents it, to seem as if he's angry or he's being insulted. But the message is key. The message is important. They just didn't get it because they're so blinded by tribe. They're so blinded by Biafra. They're so blinded by the lies that the so-called forefathers were telling them, that the Igbos, it was an Igbo coup. They were so engrossed and immersed in that hatred that they refused to see that this man from Igbo extraction is actually speaking to even help you that is hating him. Now, I'm market. I'm gloating, I'm gloating. How market? Nigerians, how market now? Because this is the thing we're supposed to be preaching out. How market? Was Nnamdi right? Yes or no? He was right. And that is why every Yoruba person now, listen to me. Every Hausa person, listen to me. The reason why I'm mentioning these two tribes is because what Nnamdi Kanu was specifically saying. And it also extends to other tribes, but I'm going to be specific and direct. Every Yoruba person, every Hausa person, if you come out on social media to talk about this insecurity, please, whether you want to hear my please or not, but I'm going to add please because I want to be polite. So that maybe I don't want to be shouting like Nnamdi Kanu was telling people. I want to be polite now. I'm going to be very nice. Walaho means please in Benin. Ejo or Biko is please in Igbo. Ejo is please in Yoruba, I think. Someone should correct me. I'm at a beg now. Let me use pidgin. If you guys are coming to present anything about the insecurity, please also add what Nnamdi Kanu was saying. Because if you don't add it, you are a foolish person and you are not helping. You are just want to create a social media space only. I am saying this because there's a man, I don't want to mention his name. He keeps talking about the man from Bodilon, even from before 2023. He knew he was incompetent. The guy's a lawyer. He's in the United States. And on his social media, on his Facebook handle, we kept talking about the insecurity and all that. I made a comment there. I said, sir, I thank you very much. You have not wavered since 2023. I started following. You have not wavered. However, in this insecurity issue you've talked about and how incompetent the present administration is dealing with it, please also add the warnings that Nnamdi Kanu warned you people, because it will now make it like, okay, you are informing people. You are talking about the terrible administration that we are facing, the incompetent, analog, wicked, satanic administration that we are dealing with. Also, bring into light what Nnamdi Kanu was saying and how he's playing today. It will make everything balanced. The insults that they insulted themselves, and most of them were for Yoruba enclave. That because I made that statement to someone say, Igbo people. I said, look at you people. Well, you guys can guess how I responded. But they even thought I was Igbo because I said that. Can you just imagine? Just still so blind and deaf and also dumb not to even still realize that this man has given us expo. The date was there. Was it not 2014? He said June 9, 2014 or 2015. That thing you were playing, Mr. Elvis. That is 6 years ago. Yeah, about 6 years ago. That information is coming back. And somebody is telling you, recognize it so that your eyes can be open. about the politics of what's happening, this Ruga, and how the so-called political leaders plus the non-state actors that we don't even know that are behind the scenes are just using us to play panya. They are still bringing this tribe issue again. They were even taking Amiibo. Can you just imagine? But your children are in the forest right now. Your babies are in the forest. Your babies are in the base are babies. I can't even imagine the trauma those children are going. I can't even imagine. It's like my head will be sparking. If I'm afraid to think about how they are feeling. No mother, no father in the cold. If they dare cry, so the child can't even cry because they don't want to make noise because they'll be abused. I can't even imagine. Are we even human beings at all? I don't know. I'm just expressing myself, like I've always done. And I'm going to be apologetic about it. So that's what I have to say about the Sunday Igboho thing. It's just another form of acting. I'm not interested. I'm only interested if they are the people who have been kidnapped in Kwara State, in Ogbomoso. Why didn't Sunday Igboho not go to Ogbomoso now? Why? Why? Is it not part of the Yoruba-ness? Yoruba Ronuti. Is it not part of your Yoruba-ness? What's all this acting for? This media bite so that they can go viral. They will not go home or go back to Germany. What's all this nonsense? What's all this nonsense? I beg, so they will just enter house. Until I see you carry your men in the forest. Carry all those Fulani that you know. Carry all of them. All of you enter those forests. Whether they're in Ogbomoso forest or not, they're in Yoruba land. Find them. Then I'll know that you are genuine and I'll know that you are serious. Any other thing, they're just acting the script of what they told you to do. So just enter house. You're not going to do that. We don't want to hear you. We don't want to see you because you are part of this administration. You are part of this fraudulent, wicked, satanic government. I'm not interested. I am not moved by your actions because it's all fluke. It's a fluke. It's dancing in the cloud. You're not on full ground. You're just in the cloud. Moving along, Chris Nwakobia. This is my final one before people start to ring bell. Chris Nwakobia, he mentioned something which was very significant for me. He said, during the time of the obedience, I gave them a full house. I was involved in tent. Tent is, I think, is an acronym for maybe like the movement of obedience or something, and democracy. And he said, I also gave them my lounge at Gwarimpa. And for those who don't know, Gwarimpa is in Abuja. And Gwarimpa, I think, is the largest city in Africa or something. When it was built at that time, is in Abuja. So it speaks a lot for me. The reason why he's sort of sitting on the fence, or perhaps not even sitting on the fence, he has chosen who he wants to pick as a president when he was asked directly, is because he knows at this time, for somebody who has a lounge in Gwarimpa, it tells me that, okay, perhaps he has been warned that if he wants his lounge to still be functioning, the likes of Yesom Wike might probably put an X to the building if he owns it, or perhaps they can also go and meet the landlord and say, hey, I no longer want to see you in my lounge, so please, you have to close up. So he's very careful now protecting his business, just like the likes of Obi Kubana and the rest. So that is why, his stance has been changed. And he talked about his medical history and whatever he went through. I'm not wishing him bad. I hope he gets better. So it tells me that it's either they have giving him the option of helping him or assisting him in his medical bills. He's trying to protect his business in Gwarimpa, his lounge, because he said it all. He said, I have a lounge in Gwarimpa, which he gave them the obedience to be using. And so that tells me he has a business in Abuja. He has to protect his business. And for you to even say, I am here to, my job is to make people think outside the box. This is what Mr. Is it Ferrara? Yes, Mr. Ferrara. If wherever you are, please come in here, sir. He's in Canada. He said we have educated idiots. We have educated idiots. And with all due respect, Mr. Elvis, to your channel, I know you say we shouldn't be using social, but that's your unique description of his behavior. And I think Nwakobia is what Mr. Ferrara said, an educated idiot. They're asking you a question. We have two candidates right now. The country is in red. The country is in red. Babies are in the forests. People are being decapitated, raped, taken down. And the person that's in charge right now is having a lackadaisical attitude towards it. Not even speaking, not even consoling the people, not even visiting, nothing. And then you have another candidate who is prepared to die for Nigeria. And you are saying that your job is to make the youth think. Like, seriously? How idiotic can that be? Think about what, Professor Chris? Think about what? Outside chat, oh my God, outside chat, he's mentioning chat GPT. Is that what Nigeria is talking about right now? Think about what? Mr. Chris, what are you teaching them to think? Think about what? At your age, sir. I'm using sir because I'm trying to respect you. At your age, sir, if anything at all that is close to teaching Nigerians to think, be specific. Don't be ambiguous. Be specific, sir. If you are teaching them to tell them that, listen, this is the person to vote for if you believe in the voting system. Or listen, I'm teaching you guys how to think about the tricks that these people are going to play January election. I'm teaching them to think of how to transform their country, the ideas that they can bring out when Peter Obi becomes president. I'm teaching them to think of how to pick the right leaders, teaching them what the standards of what a good leader that cares and loves his nation should act. Think about what? How not to depend on chat GPT. Like, I was like, I put my hands on my head. Literally, seriously, I'm serious. I was like, what am I hearing? My conclusion is we are dealing with a lot of educated idiots like this. Nigerians don't need it, sir. Keep your think, Professor Chris Nwakobia. Keep your think to your children. Because the children, the babies in the bush, they don't need your think. They don't need your think, sir. And any of you who are professors or whatever you think you are coming to speak English and saying, I'm going to teach Nigerians to think. Think from where? What is your present situation? What? I don't know the kind of school they went to. I don't know. See, school is not a scam, but sometimes, in fact, my grandmother used to say education, doesn't equate to sense. And it's true. A lot of them just have this professorship, doctorate. They really don't have sense. It's just from the books to their brain, and that's it. About real life situation, technical thinking about the reality, they have no clue. That just is a deliberate disconnect. What are you teaching to think? Mr. Elvis, let me just stop here, I beg, because if I start to talk, I don't think Chris Nwokobia's fans will like me very much. Let me just pause here. Thank you very much for listening.